In this world of oversharing, where every thought, feeling and moment is posted online or told to someone, there's one timeless truth we often forget. Not everything about your life needs to be shared. The title of today's talk is Don't Share Your Personal Life. And I want to remind you that privacy isn't about secrecy. It's about protecting your peace, your energy, and your direction in life. In this world of oversharing, where every thought, feeling, and moment is posted online or told to someone, there's one timeless truth we often forget. Not everything about your life needs to be shared. The title of today's talk is Don't Share Your Personal Life. And I want to remind you that privacy isn't about secrecy. It's about protecting your peace, your energy, and your direction in life. We live in a time when people feel the need to announce everything, what they are doing, where they are going, who they are with, and even what they are thinking. But the more you share, the more you expose your life to opinions, judgments, and unnecessary interference. The truth is, not everyone deserves to know your story, and not everyone who listens to you truly supports you. There's a saying that goes, the most powerful move is to move in silence. That saying carries deep wisdom. When you stop explaining yourself, when you stop telling everyone what's happening in your life, you begin to protect your energy. Every person you speak to has an energy, a mindset, a heart. Some are genuine, but many are not. Some people will use your openness as a weapon against you. They will pretend to care, but secretly hope for your downfall. And this is why silence becomes your armor. When people don't know what's going on in your life, they can't interfere. They can't manipulate. They can't speak negativity into your plans. Privacy is not about hiding. It's about guarding. You don't hide because you're scared. You guard because you're wise. Think about the most successful people in the world. Their biggest moves are always silent until they're ready. They work quietly. They plan quietly. And they let their results speak. The same applies to your personal life. Your relationships, your goals, your struggles, these are sacred. They are pieces of your soul, and not everyone has earned the right to see them. When you start sharing too much, you invite unnecessary energy into your life. Some people don't want advice or understanding. They want details to gossip about. Protect your peace by keeping your circle small and your mouth even smaller. You don't have to tell the world when you're happy, when you're hurt, or when you're building something new. The world doesn't need to know everything that's happening behind closed doors. Learn to find comfort in silence. Learn to enjoy your progress privately. Let your achievements surprise people. There's a unique satisfaction in hearing someone say, I didn't even know you were working on that. Because that's when you know you've mastered self, control, and peace of mind. When you overshare, you give others the power to interpret your life. They'll twist your story to fit their narrative. They'll judge your actions without understanding your intentions. But when you stay quiet, no one can misrepresent what they don't know. Silence keeps your dignity intact. It keeps your energy protected. You see, your emotions, your pain, your joy, they're all delicate. Not everyone will handle them with care. Some will sympathize, but others will exploit. And once you learn this truth, you realize that privacy is not isolation, it's protection. Have you ever noticed that peace feels louder when you stop explaining yourself? When you stop seeking validation from others, the reason is simple: your mind no longer carries the burden of opinions. The more you explain, the more room you give people to criticize. But when you stay silent, people have no ammunition. They can guess, assume, or speculate, but they can't interfere. Your silence confuses the wrong people and empowers the right ones. It tells the world, I'm focused on me. I don't owe you an update. Some people might say, but I need to express myself. And that's true, you do. But learn where or to whom to express yourself. Not everyone deserves front row access to your heart. Share with God in prayer, share with a trusted mentor, share with those who have proven loyalty, not with everyone who seems interested. Interest doesn't always mean intention. Some people listen not to help you, but to measure you. And if you allow the wrong people too close, they'll drain you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Energy vampires are real. They live off the drama and chaos of others. The moment you reveal your struggles, they feed on it. They take pleasure in your confusion, and they keep you stuck in cycles of self-doubt. Protect your energy from such people by being selective about your conversations. You don't owe anyone your private thoughts. The strongest people are not those who share the most. They are those who know when to stay quiet. Silence is not weakness. It's strength in disguise. Mystery builds respect. People admire what they don't fully understand. When you're an open book, people stop valuing your story. But when you maintain a level of mystery, they start to respect your presence. They see you as composed, disciplined, and grounded. You don't have to post your happiness to prove you're happy. You don't have to announce your plans to prove you're progressing. Let the world see the outcome, not the process. Because your process is personal. It's where you grow, where you learn, and where you fall and rise again. And remember, not everyone clapping for you wants you to win. Some are simply keeping track of your progress to know when to strike. It's a painful truth, but a necessary one. Protect your dreams the way you would protect something precious. People can only destroy what they know. Keep your dreams private until they become reality. Let your results announce what your words kept hidden. Silence is your shield in a noisy world. Privacy is your peace in a restless society. The more you grow, the more you realize that solitude isn't loneliness, it's power. You find yourself in quiet moments, not in constant conversation. You heal in silence, not in noise. You rise in private, not in the spotlight. And when the time is right, your light will shine so bright that no one can ignore it. So stop explaining yourself. Stop giving updates to people who don't deserve to be part of your story. Stop seeking validation from those who haven't walked your path. Focus on building, healing, and growing in silence. When your foundation is strong, your life speaks for itself. You don't need to convince anyone. You just need to keep moving. In the end, the less people know about your personal life, the more peaceful it becomes. Not everyone deserves access to your mind or your heart. Protect your story like a treasure. Speak less, do more. Share less, achieve more. Because when you master silence, you master control. When you value privacy, you value peace. And when you stop sharing everything, you start becoming everything you were meant to be. In this world overflowing with opinions, noise, and endless exposure, there remains one golden rule that very few truly live by. Don't share your personal life. The more you talk, the more you reveal. The more you reveal, the more vulnerable you become. We live in an era where everyone wants to be seen, heard, and validated. People share every detail of their lives, relationships, struggles, dreams, even pain, believing that others care. But the reality is, most people are too busy with their own lives to genuinely care about yours. And among those who seem interested, not all have good intentions. Some are there to observe, to analyze, and to use your story as fuel for their gossip or jealousy. That's why the wise stay silent. The strong keep their lives private. And those who truly value peace learn the art of saying nothing. Keeping your personal life private isn't about arrogance or secrecy. It's about self-respect and wisdom. It's about realizing that your emotions, your experiences, and your dreams are sacred. Not everything needs to be shared, because not every person can understand the depth of what you've been through. Some people will never feel your pain, yet they will judge it. Some will never understand your journey, yet they will criticize your choices. When you open up too much, you invite noise into your peace. You give strangers the power to have opinions about things they were never a part of. Silence, on the other hand, protects you. It keeps your energy focused, your heart guarded, and your life simple. Privacy is not weakness, it's strength in disguise. When you don't feel the need to explain or announce every move you make, you've reached a level of emotional maturity that few ever attain. You no longer seek approval or validation. You no longer crave attention. You find peace in being unseen, in being misunderstood, in being underestimated. Because you know that your life doesn't need to be on display to have value. True confidence is quiet. True strength is calm. And true power lies in self-control. The less people know, the more they wonder. And in that mystery lies your strength. Many people overshare because they seek connection or empathy. They want someone to understand them, to validate their pain, or to celebrate their success. But the truth is, the more you open up to the wrong people, the more you invite unnecessary drama and negativity into your life. People can pretend to listen, but not everyone listens with love. Some listen with curiosity, some with envy, and some with hidden motives. They'll act kind to your face, but discuss your life behind your back. That's why wise people learn to keep quiet. They've realized that not every ear deserves access to their story. Some things are better left between you and God, between you and your soul. When you're silent about your personal life, you protect your blessings. You protect your growth. You protect your relationships. People can only attack what they can see. If they can't figure out what's going on, they can't interfere. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to show people. You water it, you nurture it, and you let it grow in silence. The same goes for your goals and dreams. Work hard in private. Let your results make the announcement. Success is sweetest when no one saw it coming. The world today rewards exposure. It tells you to post everything, to update everyone, to prove your worth through likes and followers. But the truth is, validation from others is a temporary thrill that fades quickly. What truly lasts is inner peace. The calm that comes from knowing you owe no one an explanation. You don't need to justify why you're happy, why you're distant, why you've changed, or why you've chosen a different path. You don't owe anyone access to your emotions or your evolution. Growth is often silent, and those who truly care will notice without you having to say a word. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is stay silent in a loud world. People may try to read you, question you, or provoke you, but your silence will always confuse them. They won't know what you're planning, what you're thinking, or how you truly feel. And that's your advantage. When you keep your emotions and intentions private, you stay unpredictable. You remain in control. Silence is your defense against manipulation. Words can be twisted, but silence cannot. Protect your peace like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. Once people know too much about your personal life, they start forming opinions, giving advice you didn't ask for, and influencing your decisions in ways you don't realize. The more voices you allow into your life, the more confused you become. The quieter you stay, the clearer your path becomes. Your clarity grows in solitude, not in constant conversation. It's also important to remember that not everyone who smiles at you wants the best for you. Some people pretend to support you just to stay close enough to know your weaknesses. The moment you overshare your struggles, they store that information and use it against you later. Not everyone deserves to know your pain. Not everyone deserves to hear your plans. Keep your heart guarded. Keep your vision sacred. Protect what matters. The fewer people who know your personal affairs, the more peaceful your life becomes. There's a deep kind of strength that comes from knowing you can be happy hurting or healing, and no one knows but you. That's real control. That's emotional maturity. You don't have to prove your strength to anyone. You don't have to share your pain for it to be real. You don't have to seek attention for it to matter. The best things in life, peace, growth, love, and faith, don't require an audience. They only require sincerity. Let your silence be your strategy. Let your calmness be your response. Let your progress be your proof. Speak less, do more. Share less, achieve more. Because when you stop sharing your personal life, you stop giving others the power to influence it. You stop giving them the chance to misinterpret it. You stop inviting negativity where it doesn't belong. The less you say, the more powerful your life becomes. So the next time you're tempted to overshare, pause. Ask yourself, does this need to be said? Does this person need to know? Most of the time, the answer is no. Guard your story, protect your journey, live quietly, and let your results speak loudly. Because one day, when your peace is unshakable and your success undeniable, you'll realize that keeping your personal life private was the greatest decision you ever made. In silence, you found peace. In privacy, you found freedom. And in discretion, you found your true power.